Hello, everybody. This is Attila from Signalo. Right now, I'm doing the second market fundamental and technical analysis in the recent Signalo history in 2024. Today is January 22. We had some news from China. The next important is going to be just in the afternoon. I'm living in Cyprus, so this is the Cyprus time, what you can see. The really important thing going to happen tomorrow, and starting the week with real movements from fundamental side. As you see, I'm still using the forexfactory.com. This is giving you all the details for the major currencies. Really easy to use. The first important news from fundamental side is gonna be the monetary policy statement from Bank of Japan. They're gonna seems like keep the rate. They didn't change in the last 7-8 years. They keep it on minus 0.1%. So they're pushing the people of Japan to invest in real estate and stocks, in businesses, open businesses, and not to keep it in Japanese bonds. The interesting stuff now that they are reaching a level of CPI, which, as you can see, for a long time they couldn't show. This is the core CPI, which is excluding the energy and the food prices, but it has got all the durable goods and services what the people can use and consume. This data, they're expecting a bit higher on 2.8% on a yearly basis. With this, the Bank of Japan could say that they are increasing the interest rate at least to 0%. With this, they could stop the really weak yen. What is interesting, what happened in this case, the Japanese yen is really weaker, like it's 40-50% less than in 2020 or 2021. Look at this. There was a huge depreciation. It's like 36% higher. So for $1 you have to pay not 100, you have to pay 147 Japanese yens. Right now, as you can see, I have a sell position on it. Thanks for the candlestick configuration, what I saw, and right now it's getting closer to my take profit. The market is saying that the yen can get stronger a bit. It would be good because all the stocks and all the bonds that is available on the market, they are all depreciated with 30%. What it means, if you bought a Japanese bond, then the worth of your money compared to dollar, for example, lost 30% in the last 2 years. So this is not a funny thing. That's why it could be a reason, because all the people who bought Japanese bonds, and it's mainly Japanese people, they got hurt with the weaker yen. Okay, so there is a chance that they can say, okay, we're putting it on zero. Let's see. In this case, you can use our event manager. I told you already. We are from Hungary, so sorry for my accent, but this is at work. The robots what we are using in this case is the event manager, the news trader. What you can see in a video and explanations how it works, and you can get it for my signals also with my trading signals. If you got a half-year subscription, in that case, you are getting the event manager. You can see it right here. See it content. There is the event manager news trader is additional. Okay, the trading signals, as I told you, I'm doing it on the WhatsApp group, so it's quite confidential. We can see each other. This is the Hungarian what I'm doing. Last week we closed with a total, as you can see, with total $7,400 profit. The same I'm started in English also, so I'm giving the details where you're getting a message, and if you click on it, you can see my open position, what I'm opening. It's a sell mint, for example, or just now I've been showing you the USD JPY sell. Yes, it's right here, for example. Yes, when it started this morning, was still in minus. Right now, this USD JPY position in $200 plus, getting closer to the take profit. And here are the details. You can see what I'm doing, the stop loss, the take profit, and I'm always giving you the data about what are the open positions. So you can see the open positions, what is going on, and all the details are there. If I forget to put something, for example, the stop loss and take profit for silver, what I open, I'm sending another one and putting it in with the marking it, that you can definitely know what is going on. Okay, so it's clear and easy. It's a really good point that you are checking a pro trader. What am I doing? And you can do the same or follow me, or just to check 1 week for free. Okay, this was the commercial side, the ads about us. Okay, so after Japanese press conference, it's gonna be more movement at the Japanese press conference, because Mr. Ueda, who's the governor of Bank of Japan, he will give us notes about that, what is his expectations for this year, and you can already make some projections about the movement of the Japanese yen. Definitely, it's what I just mentioned to you, that the weaker yen, it hit mainly the Japanese people, and that kind of approach, that kind of position of the Japanese yen, that it's a safe haven. It's a safe haven, and it lost it against the Swiss franc, because the safe havens what we got from currencies, it used to be the Japanese yen and the Swiss franc. Now the Japanese yen is lost it because of this really easy, really as I could say, dovish monetary policy. Okay, so the next day, on Wednesday, we're gonna have we're finishing with the CPI data from New Zealand. And then next day we have PMI day. Wednesday is a PMI, and that PMI day. You can see it on your time frame. If you choose here I'm at Athens because I'm living in Cyprus, but you can choose whatever you want. Yeah, okay, and then you can it's changing to your time zone. On Wednesday, we have PMI data. We have PMI data from France. That is not really doing well. As you can see, they still didn't find the rock bottom. The French manufacturing is still going down, and the projection is still not too much positive. The Germans already got better. As you can see, they're coming back from a really low 38 points of PMI data. The service sector in both countries keeping itself close to the 50. The 50 level, it means that the French doing worse in this case also. The growth, if it's the zero, yeah. If it's 50, it means that the economy is staying, or that sector is not growing. It's a stagnation. If there is more than 50 data, it shows a growth, so the expectations in an uptrend in the economy. And if it's below 50, then the projections, the expectations of the people, of the manufacturers or service providers, it's negative compared to the future. So in this case, we can do some kind of up dates about what they expect in this. If we check the indices, for example, I'm using here the FXK. This is the account. What you can see right now in total, I'm in $9,000 plus from the whole history of the account. I didn't start it long time ago. Deposited, traded a bit, then withdraw, then deposited again. So the usual stuff. Then again withdraw, just to check them up, and they like what I'm doing. So we are getting some kind of cooperation. They're asking to do some webinars for them. FXK at the FXK. Seems like we're gonna do some cooperation. Okay, so if you check the indices of how Europe is doing, you will see a difference between Europe and the US or Japan, for example. This is the FTSE 100. As you see, they quite a bit dropped. Then Spain 30, they also. Then we have the Euro 50, which is the best 50, the biggest 50 by capitalization companies, including in this index. Then the French guys. Okay, you see the French are not doing either pretty much well. There was a big rally in the US and they came up a bit, but as you can see today, they again turning down. If the PMI that is gonna be bad, the same gonna happen. And Japanese yen, Japanese they are rising. This is I tried to open a position here. It get me out here. You see, I got unlucky, and then it's going on higher and higher. I will wait for the Bank of Japan decision, then I will see. This is the thing what I'm telling to you, that the stocks and the bonds are like 30-40% cheaper in Japan. So if you change your money to Japanese yen and you buy Mitsubishi, you buy Honda, you buy SoftBank stocks, it's like you get a 30% discount because you bought it for dollars. And those companies actually traded in Japanese yen. So you can buy the stocks for Japanese yen. You have to exchange your money. You can buy it on the Japanese Stock Exchange, on the JPX. Actually, if you're doing it from dollars or euros, you got a 40% discount. So that's why there's a bigger rally in the Japanese stocks than anywhere else. They are an all-time record, if you can see, and it's just still going up. So they didn't even have a correction like we can see it in, for example, in a Nasdaq or in a DAX. That what we had with the coronavirus. There is no correction with the Japanese guys. They still can go higher. This is the German 40. Yeah, it used to be 30. Now it's 40. We have here expectations to get a bit higher. Let's see what kind of data we're gonna have. Okay, in Hong Kong and in China, I was expecting some movements, but as you can see today, we immediately had a huge drop, and my stop was out after I was in Beautiful Plus. Things happens like that, but the main point is my balance is in Beautiful Plus, and that's what I'm sharing with you at the Signal service. So let's go further. We spoke about the PMI data. Let's go to the important news from Bank of Canada. Canada is a fantastic place. My brother is right now there. These guys had a higher CPI data than expected, so I think they're gonna keep the interest rate where it is at 5%. This is gonna be already the fifth decision that the interest rate in Canada is not moving from 5%. Then we have US PMI data. In the States, they're doing much better than in Europe. As you can see, the manufacturing PMI is closer to the 50, not like, for example, in Germany, where it's 43, or at French, but it's 42, so or 41.8, the previous data. So they're doing much better, of course. In this case, if you check a Nasdaq, for example, a Nasdaq is doing much better than the other European indices. Yeah, you can compare. This is a Nasdaq chart, and you can see a German or a French CAC 40, and you can see the difference between them. The French, the CAC 40 is right here. Here's how the French index looks like, and this is how Nasdaq looks like. Both of them are weekly. You can see it's a huge difference. There's huge difference between them. Okay, so this is what's happening right now Wednesday. Then we're gonna have a European ECB bank rate decision on Thursday. It can be a surprise because the European economy, as you could see in the PMI data, they've been hit much more than the US economy. Thanks for that. In Europe, we have much more conservative thinking, so the people are investing to bond market and they're buying bonds much more actively than the US people. And in United States, the people are more open-minded, they're more risk takers, so they are investing in stocks much more than us. So you can see that the divergence between the two how I could say continents, that in North America, and they are more progressive, they're more going, they're more opening businesses. You just can see what kind of big tech companies we have in Europe. Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Apple, all the big tech guys are from United States. It's because of that kind of more open-minded thinking than in Europe. Somehow when the people wants to do something, in the end they end up on the New York Stock Exchange with an IPO, even that they are Europeans. So it's this is the trend. So there would be a really big surprise if they move. They should. It could help to European economy if they cut the interest rate. So it's going to be a big question mark. This is the event where you can use the event manager and check the video. It explains to you everything, how it works, and you can hit the market with the expert advisor at that moment. Okay, we have an advanced GDP data quarter per quarter. We had the last one was nearly 5%. So they are doing pretty much well. Of course, it will be another question mark how the US economy is doing. It's still like beautiful data. What you can see, they have a little bit smaller data upcoming, 2%, less than the half on the previous quarter, but it's still a good data. Don't forget that the quarter report is this quarter compared to previous year quarter, so it's gonna be compared to the last year fourth growth. So in that period in 2022, the last data was 2.8%. It was a higher data, and compared to that, we are expecting a 2% rise in the GDP. So it's a beautiful growth channel. Okay, so why this data is quoted in analyst format quarterly? Yes, there were 3 versions of GDP released: non-spot, advanced, preliminary, and final. The advanced is the earliest, thus tends to have most impact. Okay, so this is what we can get from this data. Durable goods orders, core durable goods orders from US, so to see a bit more about the demand on the market, what they have in US. European Christine Lagarde will speak on the ECB conference. I think she should be pretty much dovish. After I saw her speaking in Davos, she must be. And we're closing the weekend with the new home sales from US, the natural gas storage. Australia has the Australia Day, so they are not trading on Thursday, and actually it's going to Friday. Yes, Thursday, yeah, for them. Whole Thursday. We have Tokyo core CPI from Japan. If it's higher, then I'm telling you that it's pretty much time to increase a bit the interest rate in Japan. Let's see if my expectations will come true or not. And then the end of the Friday, we're gonna have, after the market is opening in the US, pending home sales and the core PC, which is the personal cost expenditure, consumption expenditure, which is actually a personalized CPI data, the change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. So this is the personalized CPI data. From this, we can see they're expecting a bit increasement. Of course, this was the December data where we had Christmas, we had a lot of spendings. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Follow us, like us. We are getting there in not just in Hungarian, we are getting there in English also. You can see our Hungarian brand right here as the Varkuti with Mr. Varkuti and Társa. This is our Hungarian website, but you can translate it anyway. What we suggest, you can use the Signalo, and you get a lot of info here. So if you are interested, you want to get to make money and not just watching the market, then come up to signalo.com and try our signal services. I'm doing educations in Hungarian, but I don't really have too much time. But if you're interested, you can write me an email or to Mr. Varkuti. He's speaking German, so his German is I could say better. Download our key level ebook, really interesting. I'm using this strategy. That's it, what I wanted to say you in this 22nd of January in 2024. In trend we trust. Bye.